This is where I belong now.
Ali.
Yes, the Kikombe.
Ali.
This person umemark.
I'm here for Ali alone.
What would happen when two Nilotes enter a pod?
But we all have different stories.
This is Two Nilotes.
In a pod,
Why did you name your podcast so?
our stories are different.
Yes.
I am the Kikombe.
And I am Ali.
Thank you for being here.
Watch our previous episode.
Hey, living on a prayer.
Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer.
Ali.
The Kikombe.
Ali.
The Kikombe.
How many times did I call your name?
Marambili.
Have you seen who we're talking to?
Yes.
Who is this?
I love her already. Doreen.
Yes.
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 We are sat here with Doreen, and so far I'm loving everything. If you haven't caught up, check our previous episodes. You need to. You have to. Okay.
If you haven't, pause. Go back.
Yeah. Then come back.
Please.
Come back and catch us.
Usiaribu premiere.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You two are funny.
So, Ali,
Yes.
I know I'm trying to remember who was the last person to draw the card. Rock,
I
paper,
did.
scissors, shoot. Let's go.
I
Ali,
don't know.
let's go.
Rock, paper,
scissors,
scissors.
shoot.
Okay.
so
I
shoot
die.
up.
Okay. Nakufaja haraka hivyo. I really thought you were going to do the rock. Anyway, is there a relationship you wish you handled differently? In your relationships so far, what lessons have you gained? So it's a two-part question.
So, relationship, I think I should have handled differently.
Yes.
And
In your relationships so far, what lessons have you gained?
this is just open relationships, like everything.
Whatever.
Family, work,
A relationship is a relationship.
romantic.
So long as
Pet.
between
Yes.
you and another
Yes.
being.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Sawa. Yeah, definitely. There are a couple that are jumping to mind. There are people out there. I think I have left hurt because of my own heart, I guess. They say hurt people hurt others.
Yeah, hard people, hard people.
Yeah. For a very long time, I was very, would I say unforgiving? I wouldn't use the word unforgiving. I would just say, for me, when you fall off my trust wagon, it's very hard to get back on.
Yeah.
I think for the longest time I've held a belief that trust is glass. So the minute it's broken, there's so many pieces. I don't know how we can put them back together. So there are a couple of interesting friendships, relationships, maybe, that could have been better if I had moved on quickly from that hurt. I think I stay in the hurt a bit longer. What have I learned? Forgive and let go. My mantra, everyone who knows me knows, travel light.
Yes.
Travel light. I say that to my colleagues, I say that to my students, I say that to my family, travel light. We hit a bump on the road, we talk about it, we iron it out, we move on.
Let it be.
Yeah, let it be. Let it be. Everyone is different. Everyone has their own story. Everyone carries themselves. I always tell students, I teach literature. So I say to them, every student brings their own bias, their reader bias to a text. You bring your home, you bring your culture, you bring your beliefs, you bring your religion. I say to them, all of you seated here have your parents' voices in your heads.
True.
You all bring in your own bias.
Yeah.
So I think just similarly, we bring in our own traumas, we bring in our own biases to friendships, to relationships. And I think over time you unlearn things.
Yeah.
So I've learned to travel light, forgive. I'm way more forgiving now. I gloss over things very quickly. We will have a conversation about any challenge we have. I am not one who shies away from a hard conversation. Anyone who knows me knows we will have a tough conversation when we need to have one. But then we will move from it.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay.
I love that. Forgive, yeah?
Yeah. Forgive and let go.
It's
Yeah.
actually
Travel light.
Yeah, travel light.
Travel
I
light.
love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. It reminds me of this. It's almost not related, but it reminds me of this thing that says, there's a quote, I think, by Viktor Frankl that says that between stimulus and response, there's a pause, right? And in this pause is our power to growth. right? It's our power to decide what we're going to do with it. And it's in this choice lies within which lies our growth. So, and I think in that action there, forgiveness there is powerful.
Very.
Yeah.
And it's true. When you forgive, you feel like, whew.
Come here.
It's gone.
It's like, whew, okay, yeah, I feel lighter.
Yes.
Yeah. And
you
you
do
move.
actually feel better
You
when
do.
you forgive,
Yeah,
right?
and
like
you know-
feel more powerful.
And I feel
right?
like you spend a lot of energy
overcoming.
to hold a grudge.
Yes.
Like, because you have to keep reminding yourself, I'm still mad at the Kikombe. I'm still mad at the Kikombe.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
so even
exhausting.
you see him, you see, oh, it's his birthday. You're like, you want to say happy birthday? You're like, I'm still mad at. Like, you really use a lot more energy
Yeah.
to carry a grudge than if you
Yes.
just say, okay,
it go.
let me release
Let it go.
Yeah.
They hurt me because they were hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also at the end of the day, realism. It is what it is.
It is what
It is what it
Yeah.
is.
It is what it
It's
is.
happened. It's happened.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you do?
Kametandeka.
Yeah.
Kache kaende.
Yeah. Maji
Mas-
yakimwagika.
I was going to the same thing.
Yeah, oh,
Maji
really?
yakimwagika hayazoleki.
Kotwi.
Yes, exactly.
Hayazoleki.
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 Ati hayokoti. Eh,
What does the
Omera.
mean, by the way? What is
Hayazoleki. You cannot
You
scoop
cannot
it back.
scoop it back.
Yeah.
Now I know.
See, we learn something every day.
We learn something every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
On to you.
Ali, give me the card.
Okay.
Doreen.
Yes.
Taking from the context of your country, so Kenya,
Okay.
in your opinion, does democracy unite or divide?
Democracy. Let me sip to that.
Yeah.
Acha nikunywe maji. I think, of course, from what I've seen in Kenya, what we call democracy is really tribal. It's tribalism. It's tribalism. It's you pushing for your people. Oh, msishike mlima, msifanye nini.
Msiguze mlima.
Msiguse mlima, msishike watu wetu.
Yeah.
So democracy here divides, but then again, I will not lay claim to having a lot of knowledge on other systems. That's why I've said I'm actually intentionally taking time to just really school myself or educate myself on matters leadership and governance. But from what I've seen, what we claim to be democracy is really just a space for us to sit in our tribal cocoons, and quote unquote support each other. I remember in 2007 when we were vying for political office in KU at the university. I found myself approached by, groupings. Our ethnic group supports your ethnic group. And I think that's when it really hit me.
It's that deep.
This is the reality.
Was that in KU as
It
well?
was that it was so,
Allah.
especially in 2007. That's when we had the banana and the orange,
Yeah. Chungwa banana.
Chungwa. The rooms I would enter and they tell me, your car will vote for you. You're one of us. I have not even told you what I'm about. The other rooms you'd go to and they tell you, no. You're not all. You're not one of us. And I remember just thinking and just getting puzzled and, I was so confused. I think it had never sunk so deeply how divided a country we had. So yeah, a democracy, ability to choose our own leaders just allows us to see ourselves as different. And of course, politicians have seen that and they've taken advantage of it. Yeah. So they jump in there. You're touching one of us. He may be a horrible leader who's causing havoc wherever he is. But anything happens to him, now he's one of us. Now we see the tribe, which is very sad. So democracy divides, sadly. It doesn't unite.
Yeah.
It divides.
Do you know what, Doreen?
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Do you?
Yeah.
I was so scared you were going to be like, how dare you?
Because I believe that democracy, in my opinion, it gives you that illusion that by that procedure that you voted, it gives you that illusion that you've actually done the right thing, right? But really, have you? Right? Because even as you say it, we have these moments that we're putting ourselves into these tribal cocoons. So then we're making that decision not by knowing what is exactly right for the country, and also understanding inherently that whoever we are electing is not necessarily the most qualified person.
Absolutely.
Therefore, We're just creating.
It's whomever majority voted for.
Yes.
So what if majority was wrong?
Thank you.
Right.
What if?
Never underestimate the power of stupid people in masses.
Mob psychology.
Yeah, mob
Yeah,
psychology.
mob
Yeah,
So
mob
there,
psychology.
That's democracy there.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. How are you doing?
Okay.
How are you doing?
I am democratizing.
Democratizing and democratizing.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Ali,
All right.
pick.
Ooh. I like this one.
Ukiona dem anaona
I know.
text. If somebody's reading text and she goes, ooh.
My eyebrows just went like,
No, I like this one. I like this one because it's something I'm very interested in, yeah? And it's about spirituality or religiosity.
okay, shoot.
So, to what extent are you tolerant of other religions other than your own?
Oh wow, I love that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
2013. Was it 2014? One of those 2 years. I started
Literature
I
teacher
started
kabisa.
teaching.
And I tell you, like, you know,
2013.
actually, as
Take a
we're
seat.
doing this pod, I was like,
Weka mkanda.
I was like,
Boss.
Doreen has a story for everything. And I was like, is it because she's a teacher?
I teach literature.
Or is it? Because I was like, I really like it because I'm really enjoying.
2013. Twende kazi.
Let me place you in the setting. You know,
Yes.
established setting.
Yeah, you create the context, everything.
Doreen,
You know?
Let the
Ah, yeah.
space.
Twende
Doreen.
kazi.
Yes.
how many times did I call your name?
2, I guess.
Maccabi.
Maccabee.
You're doing so good. I'm really enjoying. Yeah.
Asante.
Yeah, yeah.
So 2013 or 2014 thereabout,
Uh-huh.
I started teaching this subject called theory of knowledge.
T-O-K.
TOK.
T-O-K. T-O-K.
No. It is not the dance.
Come
group.
back. Come to class.
Come back.
Come to class.
Bring him back.
Come
These
back
are the
to
students
class.
who tell, can you focus?
Yes, yes.
You're not
yes.
focusing.
Bring your
Focus.
mind to class.
Yes. Bring your mind to class. That is such a teacher statement.
Yeah.
Bring your mind,
Bring
to,
your mind
class.
to class.
Yeah.
So theory of knowledge is a key component in the IB program.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so students study how knowledge is acquired. It's just this space. I always say it's a space that liberates. TOK liberated me. Because before I started teaching TOK, I had never sat to ask, what do Hindus believe in? Yes. What is Islam about? You know, what do they advocate? Who are these prophets?
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Yeah.
You know, who is Krishna?
Right.
You know who's
Hare
Krishna?
Krishna.
Yes. And I remember TOK allowed me to interact with other religions without feeling like I was blasphemous.
Yes.
Because again, I was raised in a very, very strict Catholic family.
Yeah.
You know, my parents were liberal. I'll be
Yeah.
honest. They allowed us to think. But we all knew we are Catholic. We went to the Catholic church. We had all the sacraments. And we did the sign of the cross. So I knew I was Catholic. Then I come into this space and I'm told, teach TOK and teach religion. And therein, we're exploring different religions. So I learned about the very striking similarity between Jesus Christ and Krishna.
Do tell.
If you go online and check, it is shocking. It gives you goosebumps. So I would sit with students. I was in a very liberal space. So I had Hindu students and Muslims and Christians, and I would invite all of them to sit in their different groupings. So if you're Christian, sit Protestant or Catholic. If
So you mix
if you're Muslims, sit as the Shia Muslims, you know, or the Sunnis,
Yes.
or the Ismailis. So they'd all sit, and I would give them a full scope, and I would say, write what it is about your religion that is, you know, outstanding. Tell us something about it. How do you feel when you're in your most religious space? Then I would make the students put, or rather display all their manila papers in the classroom.
Yes.
Then they would all go around and read. And I remember a student who went to the Christian board and said, Miss, this is Krishna. Because Christ and Krishna were both born of a virgin mother.
Oh.
Allah.
Yes, they were both tortured in their death. Yes. It was very striking, and you should have seen our Christian students looking on the other side and telling me, Miss, this is Jesus. It was very interesting. And I've learned through teaching TOK that innately we seek the same divinity, or the interaction with divinity is really the same. So when I teach TOK, I always carry an apple to class. And I say to them, you call it an orange, you call it a banana, I call it a pineapple, but we really seek the same thing. Because on all those manila papers, I've never seen, and I've done this over the years, I've never seen a manila paper that says we advocate for killing each other or stealing, or murder. It is always we seek peace and love and harmony,
and justice. Yeah.
We help the poor. And all the students said, oh, miss, we're all looking at the same thing. I love teaching that class. It's a 2-hour class, but they all live there just, it's like light bulbs have gone on in their heads. So as a mom, I am Christian, I'm Catholic, but I also attend Nairobi Chapel because my children love the youth and children ministry there. It's a Protestant church. I have had conversations with especially my eldest son who's turning 16 about Islam. When they ask questions, I invite them to. I would love to take them to all these spaces. I would love my children to go to a Hindu temple, to the mosque to see what happens there. I have thought about myself as a parent. If my child came and told me, Miss, Mom, I don't believe in this, or I want to think about this, how would I take it? I've had that sort of conversation with myself, and I've felt that I want my children to just find peace and harmony in the world. I want them to be happy human beings. I want them to be kind human beings. I want them to be honest human beings, whichever path they choose. Of course, now I'm Christian, so I teach them the Bible, and they know how to read the Bible, and they know how to pray. But they're open-minded children. I have 3 sons.
And that's really, really good because it encourages tolerance.
Completely. Yes.
Yeah.
And honesty.
Yes.
Yes.
And a lot of acceptance, because then, yes, I'm Christian and we pray in this way. This is how we go about our things. But it doesn't mean that because you're Muslim or you're Hindu and you go about your things this way, that you're wrong for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that I don't know it doesn't make it wrong.
Exactly.
I think for the longest time, the fact that I did not, ignorance gave me this permit to see people as wrong. How do you worship a cow?
Yeah.
But in Revelation, it says the creature that comes out at the end has 4 faces. One of the faces is that of a cow. It's a bull. Yeah. So when Hindus respect their bull, is there some truth there?
Yeah.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of the beauty of listening to people that you probably will never agree with or you've never really interacted with, because that in it lies the power of diversity. The power of diversity becomes more powerful when people listen to each other and strive to understand each other.
Absolutely.
They may not understand each other completely, but the path to diversity is already clear when they begin to have conversations. Yeah.
When there's that opening,
Yes.
that space.
Yes.
Where?
Wow, you've put it out so well. I mean, I think if I had never come across something, if I had never thought of
I never thought about
somebody
Krishna.
else's religion.
Go look it up.
Yeah.
It blew my mind. My mind just went like, oh my God, what are you talking about? I found myself later in the evening sort of just Googling Krishna and Kristo.
Kristo, Krishna.
Krishna.
Yeah.
There's something in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's something.
There's
in there.
something in there.
We all seek
And you
the
said
same
something
thing.
quite very powerful.
Yeah.
We all seek the same thing. The same way belief is the same. After all, we all believe in a higher supernatural being.
Absolutely.
All religions have that. There's a higher supernatural being.
Yes.
It's the one common denominator in all of them. How we go about it is different.
It's different.
But it's the same thing.
And that connection we seek is the same. That
Yeah.
peace, that
Yes.
love, that honesty. We all seek to create the same sort of person.
Yeah.
To
connect
to connect with divinity.
Yes.
We just use different parts.
Agree.
It's true. It's
Agree.
true.
I always
Yeah.
carry the apple home to eat it, but I use the apple.
Yeah.
I say to them, we all call it different things.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing.
I think your students are really lucky to have you.
Asante.
Yeah. And so are our viewers today. Yeah.
Christ and Krishna. Same WhatsApp group.
Say what's up.
That is
Yeah.
what's up.
So how tolerant are you of other people's religions?
We cannot manage you. We can't tame him in the same WhatsApp group.
There's the
Christ
same what's up.
Krishna.
Yeah.
Ali, I think this is a good time to take a break.
We should take a break. Yeah.
Doreen, you're
That was
spitting
quite
wisdom.
powerful.
Asante.
Eh?
Yeah. I just had to sit and listen and be like, eh. That was good.
I look it up.
I like that idea that you did with your students.
Yes.
That's a really good idea.
I love doing it.
Because
The
they
light
decide
bulbs.
for themselves.
And the
They
light
just
bulbs.
see it.
Yes, they go around and they're like, Miss, this is Jainism, but this is,
Yeah.
a Muslim sort of presentation.
Yeah.
But Miss, this is Jainism, this is Islam, this is... And I say to them, we worship the same God.
That's very good.
Call him different names.
Hazel. Hazel.
Even you.
Hazel.
I remember when we had
This is where I belong now.
Ali.
Yes, the Kikombe.
Ali.
person umemark.
I'm here for Ali alone.
What would happen when two Nilotes enter a pod?
But we all have different stories.
This is Two Nilotes.
In a pod.
Why did you name your podcast so?
Our stories are different.
Yes.
I am the Kikombe.
And I am Ali.
Thank you for being here.
Watch our previous episode.